There are many ways to build characters in Path of Exile 2. With a selection of 6 classes, each equipped with 2 potential ascendancy classes, players have plenty of options to choose from in terms of builds, especially with unique items and keystone passive dramatically changing the game's own rules. Still, even in the face of potential endless choices, 2 playstyles are dominating the current meta. It's hard to say how much of Path of Exile's 2 current content will stay in the game all the way until the game comes out of early access, and GGG is already making changes to the game, adjusting some outliers in terms of balance and skills. Given that the game is meant to be slower and more methodical than its predecessor, it's fair to assume that some very fast builds may take a hit at some point in order to promote equality between them. Still, the best strategies in the game are not necessarily about being fast, but about preventing enemies from doing anything at all. This is why Path of Exile 2's lightning and cold builds are the best in the game. There are multiple ways in which Path of Exile 2 builds can render monsters unable to act or affect the way they act, such as cursing them with temporal chains to make them much slower overall, or using pin mechanic to stun them in place. Yet, the current best way to tackle fights are widely considered to be 2. Lightning-based electrocution builds and cold-based freeze builds. These 2 strategies are similar in what they achieve, but different how they do it. The goal in both cases is to stunlock enemies until they are defeated, often buying precious time for players against bosses in order to reposition themselves, heal with flasks, or keep up dealing damage. Electrocution essentially is a lightning and shock version of a stun, and it is mostly used in the builds to take advantage of one of Path of Exile 2's unique item called Kitiko's Current. What this does is make lightning hits of all kinds, be it spells or attacks, build up in electrocution stacks on enemies until they are stunned in place. This is especially powerful when used from a distance, such as the popular Stormweevil Spark build or Deadeye Lightning Hour build, as players are safe from harm in the meantime. Electrocution lasts for 5 seconds in Path of Exile 2, meaning that players have all the time in the world they need to defeat electrocute enemies or stay safe until they are stunlocked once again. The other popular strategy revolves around, you guessed, cold damage, which naturally builds up freeze stacks. When frozen, enemies are effectively blocked in place and stopped from performing any and all actions, and on top of that, they can be shattered in order to deal huge AoE damage. This is particularly powerful in Path of Exile 2's endgame, as frozen enemies won't be able to deal damage to players for as long as the element lasts. Potentially dangerous rare monsters and maps can be frozen in place for players to run away from them, kill them from afar if they are affected by Path of Exile 2's on-death effects that may otherwise one-shot characters. As such, electrocution and freezing are equally powerful ways of controlling the battlefield, and for this reason, they are currently at the top of the meta for clearing high-end content. It remains to be seen if other strategies will end up stealing their spotlights, but for now, lightning and cold are arguably inherently better than fire and chaos. Thanks so much for watching. If you could give that thumbs up a little tickle and subscribe to the channel, that would be very much appreciated. Look forward to some more Path of Exile 2 content. Thank you, bye bye.